to another Drink with Eddie Irvine. Eddie, how are you? And what are you drinking today?
I'm drinking I'm in Northern Ireland, so I have a fridge of this stuff, Leaf Blonde. It's very easy to drink, even at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Northern Ireland, did you watch the soccer European Championships?
I did. I went to Nice. We didn't do so well there. No, we had a good run, but yeah, guys did very, very well, but the competition's tough. So I watched Iceland last night, they played fantastic, but France were just the better team. No, it's been a great championship so far.
Yeah.
Great to see England go out.
All right. Eddie, I hate you today because we're recording this 10 a.m. in the morning after the Austrian Grand Prix, and I'm drinking Neuschwansteiner beer today. Actually, I don't like beer, but let's see if I enjoy this one. I was around in Baku and Spielberg, and I got a lot of positive response towards our little thing we're doing here. The only negative comment I got was basically you don't drink a lot. So I would suggest we change that today.
Well, I'm going to my dentist in an hour and a half. So he doesn't want me turning up trashed.
All right, I get that one. Anyway, let's stick with the topic of drinking today.
I did drink a lot, to be honest, but anyway.
Okay, you got an image of doing so, though. Where does it come from?
I would either drink or not drink. You know, I don't do it in half measures. You know, I would not really drink for a while, and then I'd go crazy one night. That would be kind of it.
Okay.
I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Now I drink every night. I'll have a couple of beers. At the end of the day, something like that's quite nice to have. But no, I'm not a big drinker as such.
Yeah.
Actually, not like my cousins. My cousins drink a lot more than I do.
Okay. Actually, this is quite good, by the way. Anyway, Eddie, the reason I'm bringing this up is because ever since Rush and people saw the movie about James Hunt, they're asking what is the real world. Can you tell us a little bit, how was it in your day, which was 15 years ago by now? Were drivers drinking sometimes that did not come out in the media or in television, of course?
Well, James Hunt was kind of my mentor. He took me under his wing whenever I was at Philip Morris, Marlboro sponsorship in 1987. I met James for the first time. Actually, I'd watched James race in '76 and won a British Grand Prix and stuff like that. So I was a big fan of his, and then obviously to meet him. And then for him, we would hang out from time to time. Actually, we had some really good parties. And it's funny because obviously Nicky was my boss at Jaguar and James was my mentor.
Yeah.
So to know both of them was kind of very interesting. And it's funny, my ex-girlfriend who knew Nicky was like, watched the movie, and she's actually lives in Los Angeles. So she said, I was asking her, what do you think of the movie? And she goes, it's amazing. You are exactly between the two of them guys. So I kind of, James was probably a little bit on the crazy side. Nicky was a little bit on the straight side. And I felt I kind of walked the tightrope of enjoying, but at the same time being very, very committed.
Yeah. What was the hardest Formula One party that you have memories of, or no memories of probably?
My sister's parties in Amber Lounge after Monaco Grand Prix are fantastic. I still go to them. It's the only race I really go to every year, because Monaco's so much fun. But they're really good parties, especially on a Sunday night, because all the drivers turn up. Nico normally goes for full scale. No, that's the best party of the year for me. Now, back in my day, I always had great parties after the Monaco Grand Prix on my boat. The boat would nearly be sinking. There'd be so many people on it, and there'd be so many people fighting to get on it. It was a very, very good party. And that's kind of where Amber Lounge came from. After I retired, my sister kind of took that party to a hotel.
Yeah. Do you help your sister? Are you working with her in any way or supporting Amber Lounge in any way?
No, I'm lucky. She gives me a table and I turn up with a load of hot girls.
Okay.
So, my job's pretty easy. Go, have fun, get drunk.
Yeah. That's where we should do an episode of this stuff next year.
I don't know if that's good for broadcasting. It's good to keep under the radar.
Yeah. Those parties on your boat, Eddie, were any other Formula One drivers joining them?
Mika Hakkinen came. Um, that was really about it. I think I can't really remember. Other Formula One drivers weren't really my focus back then. I was focused on much prettier things, so I don't really know who turned up.
Okay. And when we're talking about drinking of Formula One drivers, we also have to talk about smoking, because I know from some footballers that they smoke even in halftime. There are some stories around. So I guess there has to be the occasional Formula One driver having a cigarette from time to time. We know about Kimi, but were there some in your day?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. As I say, I never really hung around with the drivers too much. I think Mika maybe smoked a little bit. I can't remember, but it's not a great habit that, drinking I enjoy. Smoking I've never done. Don't really understand it, to be honest. Even though I was sponsored by Philip Morris and by Marlboro, and I'm kind of a believer in free choice. Everyone should be free to do what they want. I believe marijuana and stuff like that should be legalized, because it makes no sense that the profits are going to gangs and the underworld, as opposed to, because people are going to do it. If there's a need, someone's going to supply that need. So
better get control of the criminal aspect of it rather than.
Because you're not going to stop drug taking, but you can stop drug smuggling.
Yeah.
So that sort of stuff. It's like alcohol. They tried to ban that in America, and look what happened. Drugs, the war on drugs, they ain't winning it. There's a lot of innocent people getting killed, and there's a lot of stuff that gets stolen. Like, I'm in the Bahamas. I've had 5 of my boats stolen, probably by drug smugglers. So the amount of economic losses caused by making drugs illegal, and it hasn't worked. It's definitely not worth it. So I just think everything should be out in the open, and if everyone can do what they want to do. Because I think the problem would actually get less if it was made legal and less cool.
Yeah, I'm with you in marijuana, but you're talking marijuana only, right?
Listen, if you do marijuana, then why don't you do the rest of them? Because everyone's doing it anyway, and they're all like, you've got these heroin addicts, and they're taking crappy heroin, and you've got coke heads, I call them, and they're taking crappy coke, and it's not stopping them. It's everywhere. Like, I travel a lot, and I go to a lot of parties and stuff like that, and it's just it's insane. You go to Ibiza, and they make drugs supposed to be illegal. There's hardly anybody in Ibiza in August that's not off their face on something. That's one of the reasons I sold my house there. I just couldn't be surrounded by so many drug heads. So it's the war on drugs ain't working, and it's kind of, I see it. It's like these guys that are in the DEA. They're like, it's like a game of what is it, cowboys and Indians to them. They don't want drugs to be made legal, because then they don't have this fun game to play every day with trying to catch drug dealers. And drug dealers are like, stealing everyone's boats to run drugs from Jamaica into the States. And it's just a big game for everybody. And guys like me who get their boats stolen lose out.
Yeah, and there are deals being made and stuff, so it's a complicated issue.
In Ibiza, it's completely out in the open. And that's a sophisticated European country like Spain allows it pretty much. So it's a big game, and lots of innocent people are getting hurt and having financial losses, like myself.
Yeah. Final question on this one, Eddie, and if you're not prepared to answer, just don't. But have you ever tried anything silly you shouldn't have tried in your life?
I did. I've smoked pot occasionally. I don't think it's a drug at all. It's grows in the ground, so what's the problem?
Yeah.
Never done it more than that. Coke, I've got lots of people I know do coke, and I just don't get it. But MDMA and I did mushrooms once when I was like 15.
You did what? I didn't hit it. Sorry.
That's mushrooms.
Okay.
They grow right out there in the garden. That wasn't a pleasant experience, so I never did that again.
All right, so you're gonna try those instead of the beer before you go to your dentist, because the smell is going to be better.
The magic mushrooms. I did that once. I'll never do that again.
All right, thanks a lot, Eddie. Cheers. And I actually have to say, I don't like beer a lot, and I swear this is not a bought message, but I actually like this one. It's not that bad.
I love this. I absolutely adore this. 6.6 by volume, so it's strong stuff.
This one doesn't even have, I guess. Yeah, well, it does. 6.0.
Oh, really? So I'm on stronger stuff than you.
It's yeah, it's all right for breakfast, I guess. All right, thanks a lot, Eddie, and see you around, guys, for the next episode. Bye bye.